what's better, losing your driver's license or your credit card? Well, I lost my driver's license because my wallet's cooked. I guess so. I went to pull it out. Don't worry, I didn't get pulled over by a police officer, which was good. But anyways, I got to get a new driver's license. If anybody knows of some really good leather wallets, either black or brown, I like the brown with kind of like the patinaed surface, let me know, because this one is done. It is great to have you here. So today we are just trying to run hard on finishing up this production run of the Hudson Bay axes. And hopefully we're going to get one finished up today. I want to show you exactly the things we're tweaking and changed from the previous model. This is the Hudson Bay 2.0. So you can see that. For all of you who have pre-ordered, thank you so much. Super appreciate it. Like seriously, thank you. For the rest of you, thanks for being here as well. Let's get right into it. Here we go. Martin's just setting up here to do the stamping of the 1913 in the back. The lighting's pretty bad here. This is the fly press, and he's going to heat this up here and stamp it right in there. Hustle, hustle, hustle here this morning, which is awesome. Martin and I are just the axe making machines. Got them all forged up. Martin's been grinding, doing heat treating stuff. So axes are all circling around. I'm going to try to now finish up the first axe so I can show you what they're going to look like. These are all in different stages of grinding right now. Martin's doing that, which is awesome. Really happy on how these guys are turning out. Super, super happy. The extra width was super helpful in drawing this blade out easier. I didn't have to struggle so hard with it. So I felt like that was really good. And then the tooling and the upsetter just killed this thing. Just did super good. So is that the old template or the new template? It looks sweet.
That's the one we're using.
Fits perfect.
Fits perfect.
Oh, that's awesome. Can I see that? We thought we might have to remake the template for the leather sheath because all the axes come with one, a leather sheath. And just because of the tweaks we made, but it's looking like everything is looking like we won't have to do that. So that is super cool. All right, so we've got the 2 hours on the temper here for the axe. Get that out. This is our chicken bark fan that I use just to cool stuff off faster. We'll let that cool off a little more and then we can get onto it. Wow, that's awesome. If you look at these sparks as they come off, you can tell that it's super high carbon in there by the way they burn kind of branchy at the end. I'll see if Martin gives us any more here. Those are hard to see. If you're not familiar with the blacksmithing world, is when you grind steels, the way the spark looks can tell you a good clue of what kind of steel that is. So if it really kind of like branches out and sparkles at the end of the spark, it's usually a really high carbon steel, and that's what that was doing. I don't know if you could see that in camera, but that's exactly what you want when you're making an axe. Oh, that's amazing. The texture looks so good on these axes. I know I've said that before, but the train rail, it just shines a little bit different than 4140, and it looks so good. So that is fully hardened and tempered. And now I'm gonna start sharpening this bad boy up. You always gotta be careful around here when you grab your respirator that you make sure it's actually your respirator, because you don't want to find out, you know, after you're done grinding for an hour that you were wearing, you know, somebody else's respirator. I've never done that. Never. How many times have we found ourselves at the stump in the last 2 weeks, hey? So we got this thing buffed up. It's looking good. I think this is gonna work good. I'm gonna try something. I can't remember who it was in the comments, but thank you for this. They said, Tim, the reason it's not sticking is not necessarily because there's a burr. I think it still could be, but because there's sort of like an oil grease from the buffing compound on the blade. So let's see how this one goes. If it doesn't stick, I'll clean it. We'll try it again, and then we can determine if it's the burr or if it's actually like a grease or residue on the blade. Okay, so it did not stick. So I'm gonna grab some brake cleaner and just quickly clean it. Know the geometry of this thing, it'll stick. And it's sharp. And from what we learned from doing the wood bullet, is it takes probably about 7 to 8 hits. Well, I think the burr is worn off to stick. So now that should be pretty clean. Let's see if that does any difference. I would say no different. Okay. So I think it's a burr. Oh, that is so sharp. That is so sharp. So, ain't no complaints about that, hey? So, I did forget my scale to weigh the head today. But honestly, just between you and me, not sure I'm ready to put another axe on the scale and go through that drama. But I did weigh it before we did the heat treat, and it was close to 3 pounds. It was a little bit heavy. So let's just say it's gonna be a 3-pound head, give or take a little bit. Can you live with that? I can live with that. I hope you can. Okay, let's get the handle on. So I've passed the reins off to Martin here. I rely super heavily on Martin to do the handling and the wedge, and he's just become such an expert at it. Master of doing it. So we're gonna let him work his magic, and then we'll test this thing out. One of the big tricks that we have found, this black walnut wedge is such a sweet material to make wedges from, because you leave it long, like it's excessively long here. And as you push it in, it just fills up perfectly. You can see right here, it's sort of curled back. And the front, we'll actually cut this off it's all excessively over the hole, but it just fills it up perfectly. And then I don't know really how to say that, except it fills it up and then you can just cut away the rest. Works super, super good. This is what I was talking about, how you just cut that off on the wedge. So there you can see how tidy that looks, right? Amazing. What we found, if you leave it just with the pond sander, get these little swirly marks in it that you see at the end, which is really, in my opinion, looks really bad. So every axe we do a good amount of hand sanding on the handles just to make them look good. I am surprised how much that little bit longer of a handle makes this thing feel so good. Where's the balance point here? We're out there a little bit, hey? Not bad though. This is some Odie's oil, and this stuff, I was tipped off to it from my friend Joey. Joey builds super, super beautiful furniture, and they use it on all their stuff, or a lot of it. He said, Tim, you gotta try this, and once I tried this, he is right. This stuff is amazing. It's like, it's not oily, it's not plasticky, it's not glossy, it's not satin, it's just perfect, you know? And then we put a tint in it to make it the color we want it to. Oh, look at that, hey? Come on, seriously. Oh. There's occasional times, it doesn't happen very often, but you're like, whoa, did I actually just build that? Dude. Well, I guess I didn't. You helped me, Martin. You get the idea though. Guys, check that out. That's insane. Why don't we do a little bit of B-roll so you can check this thing out, and then we'll go try it out. That, hey? I am pumped on that extended length of the handle. Feels so good. Let's actually send it and see, you know, how if it gets stuck, I guess. It's just so hard, this piece. It's hard maple, hey? It's nice though. Let's go split this thing. Maybe I'll grab a couple more. Oh, Timothy! New to it, you know? There you go. Didn't catch that one. Dang it. That's it. I'm done. I'm going camping for 3 weeks. Ah, that's what I feel like doing right now. Just taking this and disappearing from the whole entire world. 100% happy with everything. To those of you who have pre-ordered, assuming a 24-inch handle, if you're watching this, please just let me know if you're good with the 28. And I was gonna show the difference between, we do need to do that. Okay, we'll go back in. I wanna quickly show you this head compared to the old one, and then we'll be done. So there you can see the difference. That's the way to show it. Look at that, hey? To me, this is so much more beautiful. Getting better, guys, we're getting better. Not that this is a bad looking axe, but cool. I think that's gonna be it for me. Tomorrow, we're not making axes. We're starting into a new little project. Super pumped about it. I'm not gonna say anything, just come back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Keep the forge lit, eh?